Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be going over the Dual Hero speed glitch, how it works and why it works. Essentially what happens is a normal N64 controller can reach certain input values that is sent to the game. However, the way the controllers are manufactured, they can't really reach anywhere near those amounts, so a lot of games were programmed to cap at certain limits. It appears that this game didn't cap anything, and using different joysticks you can reach these maximum values that the game could interpret and get some interesting results. This is the practice mode inside the game. Right now I've connected to my N64 a standard N64 controller. The green dot represents the inputs that are being sent into the game. Notice how the green dot moves around the box, but it always remains inside of it. This is because for most N64 controllers, the inputs that it's going to send to the console range anywhere from -90 to +90 in both the X and Y axis directions. Some go a little bit higher, some go a little bit lower. Now I have connected to the N64 an original N64 controller with a GameCube stick replacement. So what you'll notice is the green dot now resides inside the box. This means that the input value being sent to the game is much higher than what the original N64 controller with the original joystick can send. You'll see this happens often with GameCube stick replacements and any third-party joystick. Here we have a task representation of a normal N64 controller with a normal N64 control stick. Notice how the hero is going to run around and then do some normal punches, just as you would see in a normal gameplay. Alright, nothing super fast. Now let's change it to as if it was using either a GameCube style stick or a random third-party stick that can reach much higher values. So the N64 can actually receive inputs anywhere from -127 to +128, and some of these other joysticks can reach these higher values into the 120s. So let's do it as if it was the joystick that I'm using, where it can reach up to 120s. We'll do that negative, and then we'll do this positive. Whoops, that's not positive. And then let's see what happens now. What you'll notice is the character is going to start teleporting. And it's teleporting because it's moving at such a fast pace. And now look at these punches, they're much faster. If you just want to look at that again real quick. One second, let me go up higher. You'll notice dun 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 instead of bum bum bum. That's because the character is now storing the super fast speed. From what I can understand, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I think characters attack at the level of their speed, and because we're moving so fast, we can now attack so fast. And that's essentially what makes up this glitch, is you've somehow stored this speed and it crosses over battles, and for some reason you have to cancel it before you get to stage 10, or else the game crashes. It must have to do something with the cutscenes and it's setting up the battle, something like that. I'm not really sure. It's the only one where it doesn't have that stage screen, right? So maybe something has to do with that. But other than that, that's how this came to be. It's actually a really funny history of what happened. I got this game when I purchased my Japanese N64, and I was trying to speedrun it, and I saw there was 2 runs on the board, one by a Japanese runner and one by an American. And I tried looking at both runs, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I didn't know why I couldn't recreate the glitch. That seems so simple. I went and asked the American runner, and he said, you run, turn around, and punch, and that'll store your speed. I didn't really get what was happening. I even tried to test it out myself, and I couldn't get the glitch to work, and I was very confused. But what it ultimately came out to be is when he went into practice mode, he showed his joystick, right? That green dot was moving around and it was much farther, and we found out that he prefers the GameCube style stick, which can allow for these higher values, and that's the one I used in my run, because I bought it at a local place. These sticks can reach much higher values. From what I can understand, it's somewhere it's either 119 or 120. Let's test it out real quick. Is the glitch gonna happen here? So you see it's normal running for 119. But if we do 120, you can see they're glitching towards the left, which is this first set of code. So right there, you can see that 120 is the braking barrier. And if your controller can reach over 120, and this is just in a straight direction, obviously you have to hit a lesser value as you go negative, because now you have either the X going super far or the Y going super far. So just keep that in mind. I know that my controller only reaches over the threshold in the diagonals, it seems. For whatever reason, I'm not very mechanically talented. I don't really understand these things, but I know that it's because it's going in a circle almost, and I'm reaching out of that circle boundary. So that's the video on how the glitch works, and a little bit of added history to it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and anybody trying to run, hope you found this so you know how to do the glitch. So yeah, enjoy running.